Hey, you all just heard, my name's Elliott Crabb. I'm 17 years old. I requested off work today to come to the competition, and for about 3 hours after school, there was nothing at all for me to do. Which is why my business plan idea is to open up a Martinsville arcade. Opening up an arcade will give teenagers, just like me, something to do after school, when we finish our homework, when we're not doing anything else. It would be a safe environment, monitored by adult staff, so there'd be no drug use, none of the bad things typically associated with teenagers. And it would work. There would be a monthly subscription to get into the arcade, and the teenagers would purchase a subscription and they would get a key card to come to the building, a lot like a 24-hour fitness place. But that would just be the start. The real plan of my business would be to start hosting corporate meetings. Big companies take some of their employees to go play video games as a team during the day and to build teamwork skills, communication skills, coordination skills, and the company will charge them to do that, so that's going to be a major income factor. Also, to start a esports team in Martinsville where high schoolers or even adults who like to play video games, that's probably what I've learned more than anything in this competition, is how many of the adults like to play video games. And so starting an esports team, I don't know how the judges know about esports, but games like Overwatch, they play the game on a PlayStation or an Xbox or a computer or something like that, and there are huge competitions in other parts of the world, and companies like the ESPN sports brand even has invested millions of dollars in being able to broadcast those sorts of competitions on their television channel. So if we had a team that would go and compete, we would add revenue, we would spread the name of Martinsville around if we were a good team, and things like that. Also, this business is going to be expensive to start. The capital costs are going to be extremely high. Either there has to be a good security system because we're going to have expensive equipment also, and of course we'd have to have a building also to put all of our equipment in. But with all those different forms of money making and I think the overall appeal of a new age arcade, I think the business absolutely would make money. I kind of opened today talking about myself and my own demographic of high school students here in Martinsville. And when I first came to this competition, to the practice, that was the target market. But a business like this, the target market is really everybody. 14-year-olds like to play video games, 20-year-olds like to play video games, there are 30-year-olds who like to play video games, 40-year-olds, up into almost 50s. Video games came out about 50 years ago, and ever since, that's what people do. And look at the Microsoft company and Sony and all the money they're making. So if we bottled that up into one store in Martinsville where people from all over Indiana, because there's nothing else like this in Indiana, could come to Martinsville to play video games competitively.
That's your
Thank
time.
you.